How are you? Happy Tuesday. And last year at this time I was living in the great state of Wisconsin, and it's getting pretty cold about this time of year, and I've relocated to the Carolinas in the last couple of months. I live in Raleigh, North Carolina now, and it's just amazingly gorgeous outside. It's like 70 degrees outside right now. Just perfect. I have all the windows in the house open, and when I wake up in the morning it's quite cold. However, it warms up pretty quickly. So anyway, have you ever had a rotten feeling? Have you ever had a rotten feeling or a negative feeling, or just all of a sudden you just kind of felt icky all over, and it like came from nowhere? It's just like all of a sudden it was around you and surrounded you. Have you ever had a feeling like that? Well, I had a feeling like that earlier today. I was drawing, which is one of my favorite things to do today, was just coloring with markers. And I had a sitcom on TV, and for some reason this sitcom, there was a lot of yelling, there was a lot of anger, there was a lot of blaming, and it was just rah, 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 rah. Have you ever felt like that, like the nails on the chalkboard kind of feeling? And I wasn't paying attention. I just knew something inside was going on, and look what I drew during this time. I mean, even though there's lots of positive affirmations there, this is kind of a scary picture, right? I mean, look at this. This is kind of a scary picture. And right before that picture, I had drawn this one, which is kind of light and airy and bubbly. And then I had drawn this one. So both a very different vibration than this picture here. And as I was looking at this picture, I was like, what's going on here? You know, maybe this is like a before picture or something like that. And then I just realized, like, my hubby came over, and I just like wanted to go to him, and he's like, hey, I'm not attacking you. I don't know where this came from. I'm just gonna stand over here out of the way, kind of waving a little white flag like I surrender. And it's like all of a sudden I realized that there's this knot in my stomach, and there's this anger and something I hadn't thought about in a couple of years that I haven't completely gotten rid of was coming up, and it's like, what's going on here? And you know what? You don't have to go any further than that, than to go, you know what? Something just feels off here. And does it belong to someone else or something else? Well, in this case, a lot of it I realized afterwards I had picked up from that sitcom. So guess what sitcom I'm not going to be watching anymore. And I usually just have them on in the background for noise. And I guess music is a much better option to have on in the background for noise. And so what I did is that I'm like, okay, I'm going to have a change of space, turn the TV off, kind of move a little bit. And so I lay down on my bed, and I'm just kind of playing with my iPad, and I was like, that feeling was still kind of hanging on. So it's like, okay, I have been painting. So if any of you know how to get paint off of skin in non-toxic ways, I'd really appreciate it, because I'm not getting another pedicure until I'm done painting, and it might be a couple of weeks because there's a lot of rooms to paint. Anyway, and I was like, this is still not quite getting rid of it. And so I'm doing the 1, 2, 3s, let go, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, return to the earth, return to sender with consciousness attached. And so then I got up and in movement, because this is how powerful movement is, especially when you're moving, doing something you enjoy. I love to paint, as clearly I'm not bringing that picture up again. I might have to just get rid of that. I mean, I love to draw. I just love to draw. And sometimes they kind of look like something, and sometimes they're just beautiful abstracts. So I wasn't working with paint, but I was drawing. And so normally that would get me out of any kind of a funk. So then I went upstairs, and as I have been painting, there was still just a little touch-up to do in the room. And with that paintbrush in my hand and the yellow paint on the walls, because yellow is just such a happy, joyful color, that was like, wow, okay, wow. With each brush stroke, I was feeling a little bit better. And as I was applying the paint to the wall, the gentler that I was, the easier that I just let the paint roll onto the wall, the easier the paint rolled onto the wall, and the deeper I was breathing as I was really harmonious with the paintbrush, with the roller, and with the paint, and with the wall, just easily touching up the little parts where the kind of grayish paint, greenish paint underneath was bleeding through the bright yellow. And with each stroke, each gentle, easy stroke, I was feeling oh so much better. And so there's many ways to get out of where the heck did this negative vibration come from. And you know, most of the time, just like in my case today, it does not belong to you. It did not originate with you. Even though you may ask yourself, why am I feeling this way again? Oh, how much more do I have to bear? You know, it's let go. Let go, let it go, let it go. It's belong to someone else, doesn't belong to something else. And lots of times it's just looking at that negative vibration without judging. There's a big thing without judging it. Simply surrendering to it and saying, okay, this is just the way that I feel right now. Acknowledging it, saying thank you to it. Thank you. Thank you for showing me this emotion, and letting it go, and letting it go, and letting it go, and then letting it go. It really is that simple. When you're in movement, when you're moving your body, it means anything that may have been stuck inside of you is moving freely too. And when you're moving, doing something that you really enjoy, say if it's dancing, if it's ballet, if it's yoga, if it's some form of active meditation, if it's running, whatever it is, whatever kind of movement that you wish to be doing in the moment, if you're conducting music, dancing to music, whatever it is, painting paint on the wall, movement. Get your body into movement and bring those good feeling vibes back into your being, because that's who you really are. So as you're raising that vibration, you're petting a dog, you're petting a cat, whatever it is, that you're moving your body in some way. And you just pay attention when things like this happen and you're like, what's going on there? All right. Okay, I got it. Thank you. Thank you for showing me that. Thank you for showing me that. I'm going to let it go now. I'm going to let it go now. I'm going to let it go now. And you let it go. And feel how much lighter your body's already feeling. Do you kind of feel that? Do you kind of feel that? How much lighter your body's already feeling. So it's dinner time here, 7 o'clock. And so there's a lot of traffic for people going home, and so my dogs are on full alert right now. So you might still hear some barking in the background because they love to run the fence line chasing cars. So anyway, who does this belong to? Negative feeling thoughts never belong to you. I don't care how many times you've told yourself in the past that they belong to you. They don't. They just don't. They don't. They don't. They don't. Who does this belong to? Someone else or something else? Who does this belong to? Someone else or something else? So it belongs to someone else. Return to sender with consciousness attached. Say that with me. Return to sender with consciousness attached. Return to sender with consciousness attached. You can even kind of sing the Elvis Presley song a little bit. Return to sender, consciousness attached. Return to sender, consciousness attached. Because that way you're not just whipping some crap at somebody else. They can either choose to pick it up or they can choose to leave it be. And if it belongs to something else, when it belongs to something else, like this belonged, this negative vibration feeling belonged to something else. And it's just, okay, let me show you. It's when it belongs to something else, we always return it to the earth. The earth is this great big huge living planet that takes any kind of energy that we give it, and it always transforms it into positive life force loving energy. So let it pool in your hands. Let it pool in your hands. Let it pool in your hands, and you will feel this. You will feel this. And if you don't feel it at first, then simply do this so that you become aware of friction between your hands. If you've never felt energy in your hands before, simply do this. Rub it together, make some contact, and then you're going to feel a little connection. So now as you hold it out and you invite all those toxic thoughts that just simply don't belong to you, invite them into your hands and go, okay, so let's back up here without falling off the deck. And we go 1, 2, 3, boom. 1, 2, 3, boom. 1, 2, 3, boom. 1, 2, 3, boom. And then you can do some other stuff to get rid of it. You can go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you feel the energy vibration, the aliveness, the vitality as you send out into the earth that I am changing up this energy. I am increasing something new, something better for myself. And do this any single time that you feel some sort of negativity. Enter into your beautiful, fabulous being, because that's not who you are. It is not who you are. It's not who you are in your business life. It's not who you are in your professional life. It's not who you are in your personal life. It simply isn't who you are. And I don't care if you think that you're a person who gets angry easy. I don't care if you think you're a person who yells easy. That was a learned behavior that somebody taught you. And you don't have to take it anymore. You get to choose to feel differently. And it's easy as return to sender with consciousness attached. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let me step back again without falling off the deck. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then when you've felt enough of it pooling there inside of your hands, and you feel like it, you go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And start asking yourself some really empowering questions. Come here, little boy. And start asking yourself some really empowering questions. Like, what else is possible? What else is possible? What else is possible? What else is possible? Ask yourself that with that kind of energy. What else is possible? What else is possible? Because you are phenomenal. You are meant to have wealth, abundance, to have a healthy life, to get rid of dis-ease, to feel good in your body, to have that relationship you want, to be that loving force, that person with this just dynamic, endless energy. That is who you are. And so until tomorrow, this is Lisa. I will see you later. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.